fire, earth, water, and metal, some of nature's elements, all somehow involved in our cooking processes. And today will represent our cooking challenge at beautiful Giddy Stays in the heart of the suburbs of Lagos, with Chef Giggles, known for her famous chuckle and progressive plates, an inspiration to up-and-coming chefs, and here to brighten our day with some good food. Chef Giggles, I'm so happy to have you here on Food Journey today. Welcome.
I'm so glad to be here. Thank you.
You are the CEO of Giggles Culinary Place and a mentor, a super chef. So happy that I'm talking to you today about what you do best. I often like to find out a little bit about the character of the guests I have on Food Journey, and today is no exception. But I'll be asking you this in an unusual way. Are you ready for that?
Sure.
Okay. If you were to describe yourself and your character in terms of a plate of food, a recipe, a dish, what would that dish be and why?
This is quite tricky. Banga soup and starch.
Banga soup and starch.
Yes, banga soup and starch. Why? Because starch, beautiful, rubbery, delicious, and resilient. I see myself as one very resilient person, and banga soup, very flavorful, very simple, but it's very open to other ingredients.
I love that. That means you see yourself as resilient, colorful, open to ideas. That's beautiful. A lot of these characteristics are very necessary to become a successful chef, having that open mind. You see, you managed to tell us a lot about yourself through food, which is what you do every day. But how would you best describe your cooking style? And secondly, has it been a challenge for you to bring this style out to acceptance to the Nigerian public?
Very much yes, because we are very experimental with haute cuisine and playing a lot with Nigerian ingredients. It wasn't accepted at first. It was strange playing with Nigerian ingredients on foreign grounds. So we had to introduce it gradually and teach it in the most lovable manner. And yes, people are loving it and we're proud.
That's fantastic. And I actually have had the pleasure of tasting the food of one of your proteges, Dan Jose. And I must say you're doing an amazing job if this is the inspiration that you're bringing across. Which leads me to ask you, what do you really enjoy about the teaching experience?
I enjoy watching my students grow, learning and becoming their own chefs, establishing things on their own. And it's also a symbiotic relationship because the more you teach, the more you learn, the more they learn. And it's always an amazing experience. As a chef, everybody has to remember that constant learning is the secret ingredient to premium and maximum growth.
You know we're going to be doing the element challenge today. And the assignment that I kind of gave you was to take 3 elements: fire, water, and earth, and to use those as themes to create 3 dishes, 3 varied and contrasting dishes to rack your brain and see what the creative process is behind the development of an exceptional dish. What did you think of that as a challenge?
That was super unconventional. It was shocking, but I was up to the task. So what I did was try to interpret it in a way that suits the plate and also, life itself.
I agree with you. It's quite an interesting challenge because if you think of something like fire, there's so many ways to approach it. I mean, for me, I was thinking, okay, you could cook on firewood. You could have something that is extremely peppery. You can go so many ways on it, couldn't you?
Most
Could be
definitely.
smoking technique, anything. So I thought that you would be, a great candidate for this because of we want to pry into your thinking process. So what's the first thing that you do when you get a word like that? What goes through your mind first? I know it's not utter panic, but what is it?
First thing I think about is keep it simple, but yet flavorful.
Ah,
Yes. So with fire, flavors, taste, heat, spicy. Then keep it simple for me is light it up.
I
Yes,
see.
yes, most
So you're
definitely.
talking flambe.
Oh
Let's
yes.
not tell the audience too much yet, shall we? I think that it's time for us to get into this beautiful kitchen that we are so fortunate to be cooking in today at Kitty Stays. Lovely. Dying to get in there with you. And let's show everyone what's on our menu for today. Let's represent our element water with chef's clever use of it, frozen.
Okay.
In this delicious Agbalumo based cocktail. Are you excited?
Very excited.
Fantastic. Now the first thing that you're making for us today is an Agbalumo cocktail. I have to tell you that this is really exciting.
For me, Agbalumo bring many fond memories because I'm a great lover of fruits. When I was much younger, my mom would buy me Agbalumo whenever she goes to my 12. Love it.
Fantastic, and we're gonna love it today in this cocktail.
I'm just taking out the skin because we don't need that.
Edible skins removed, the sticky, sour, fleshy insides will be processed further. And this is our beautiful Agbalumo. Lovely. So does that just get dumped in here?
Yeah, just put that in. I'm going to put sugar and water.
Sure.
Yes.
That's a
Sugar.
lot of sugar
A
there.
whole lot because of the tartiness of the Agbalumo.
Okay, so you're trying to balance that out.
Oh yes.
And water. There we go.
Just this
Just
much.
a little.
And let that cook for about 15 to 20 minutes.
All right.
Until it's tender.
So it's really an extraction, isn't it?
Yes.
Of getting that pulp out and
Release of
everything
flavor,
that beautiful
taste.
into that. So we're getting a syrup and a Agbalumo syrup, more or less.
More like a coulis because we're going to puree it after taking out the seed.
Lovely.
Yes.
That's going to be exciting, everyone. I'm dying to taste this cocktail.
Let me to start off.
Fantastic. So we'll let that go and then we'll come back and see the result, shan't we?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Once the Agbalumo fruit has been reduced in syrup, it looks like this. Gummy and candied. And a pre-pureed and frozen bowlful is ready for our use in this daiquiri.
Since we're doing a rendition of the classic daiquiri,
Yes.
we're doing something icy.
Yes.
Instead, we're going to blend it with the ice and serve it with the ice.
Oh,
yes.
so there's the water.
Yes.
Blended with ice, served with ice.
Yeah.
That's cheating.
It's simple. Keep it simple.
That's what you did say
Yes.
after all. So lead me.
The first thing that goes into the blender is the Agbalumo coulis.
Okay, let's do that.
A whole lot of it because
whole lot of it.
this is where the taste is coming from.
Beautiful. I love that. And this has been in the freezer for a little
Yes.
bit?
Yes, 24 hours.
Okay.
And sugar, we're
Sugar.
putting in sugar. Because we have so much ice in it, we want to maintain that sweetness.
All the ice.
All the ice.
Okay, go for it.
It's a frozen drink.
Yep.
The best part,
Best part.
rum, white rum. I'm just going to eyeball this.
Okay, like me.
Oh, yes.
Best kind of measuring, isn't it? Some intense blending is needed, curing this into a fruity adult cocktail. And how beautiful,
Okay.
poured into these classic glasses so pretty to look at and to be garnished as well.
Just going to pick that up.
Okay.
Very gently because it's really tender. Just put that there.
Oh, look at that.
Put that there by the side. Don't worry, just let that be. Gonna pick one.
That looks amazing. I love this. Well, my favorite time. Time to taste, everybody. And it is Agbalumo daiquiri. Cheers. Cheers to you and cheers to you. Shall we? Okay. Woo!
Delicious.
Well, I really have to tell you that this is the most fantastic, indigenous, inspired drink that I have had in a very long time. Chef Giggles, tell me what you love about this drink, about your drink.
Distinctive taste of Agbalumo, rum, and the deliciousness.
And everybody, Agbalumo
Daiquiri.
Fabulous.
For our second dish, Chef Giggles will wow us with some earthy ideas for these beautiful whole foods and natural spices. But there are a few processes which need to be taken care of, like processing this yam tuber and turning it into thick chunks, which will be set aside for boiling later. And this dried, smoked, rounded fish needs its bones extracted so that it's only the chewy flesh we're dealing with. And third, iru, which is a fermented bean, and my favorite stock cube. The white coating of the fermentation is where that real umami lies, but in this case, Chef is looking for more subtlety, so we'll be rinsing these, leaving a cleaner looking bean, still full of imposing flavor nonetheless.
Chef Giggles, you've got me giggling after that drink, I tell you. And now I'm looking forward to the second dish. Can you tell us a little bit about your earth dish, what inspired you, and where we're getting our earthy things?
Okay, what inspired me on the second dish is first yam, which is grown from the earth, and everything else is gotten from earth. So we're going to play on plants that grow on earth and every other thing else.
Fantastic. So everything from the ground, nice whole foods, beautiful.
Yes. The next thing will be us making the sauce.
Lovely.
The sauce is very traditional. Well, goes back to being at home with my mom. One of the very first delicious palm oil based dishes I learned was this crayfish and iru sauce that she makes. But what I will do right now is elevate it slightly. I'm going to make an emulsification from that same sauce, and we're going to have it with the Yamarita, which is a very signature dish to the northern people of Nigeria.
Has to do with egg, right?
Yes, yam. Then we coat it in egg. Again, my mother, I learned that from her. The very first time she made it, she called it coated yam. But when as I grew in culinary, I realized it's not called coated yam, it's called Yamarita. So
that's fine.
Yes.
Which is actually coated in egg.
Eggs,
so she
yes.
was right in a way.
She was.
But I think it's beautiful that you're getting these dishes from your mom,
Yes.
passed down, and then modernizing them.
Yes.
I love the way you use the word elevate.
Yeah.
So that's just a slight improvement, a slight change, although we always love mummies the best.
Original taste.
Indeed. So crack on.
Okay, first off, we're going to start with the palm oil.
All right.
It's that up.
Okay. So starting off with palm oil.
Yes.
Good old palm oil.
Yeah, good enough amount, like a cooking spoon, tablespoon.
Right.
Then onions. If you've
All
ever
right.
cooked with your mom, the very next thing she puts aside from vegetable oil or palm oil is onions.
Are onions.
Yes. Flavorful things.
Very. And you can actually flavor your palm oil for drizzling, etc. with
Oh,
herbs
yes.
and with onion.
Ginger, onions, garlic.
really lifts the dish at the end.
Most definitely.
Okay, so we're
gonna
going
do
in
that.
there.
We're gonna do that.
Lovely.
Just let that marry with the oil.
And are we looking for a caramelization there?
Yeah,
Or are we
what?
looking
No,
for something translucent?
So yes, so we're just going to slowly cook it. Then we're going to let it soften slightly before we add in the tomatoes, cayenne pepper, crayfish, and dried fish, ejakika.
Edakika.
Yes,
Oh, I like
ejakika.
that. I
Yes.
love that name. Okay, so that's going now.
Yes.
Fantastic. Next stage. Pepper.
Yes, pepper and tomatoes. You don't need so much tomatoes in this. You need more pepper in
More
it. So
pepper.
yes.
Is it because the tomatoes are going to sort of liquefy it too
Yes,
much?
it's going to reduce the original taste and flavor of this traditional ingredients.
Okay.
See that there? Can you smell that?
I can smell it a mile away. It's awesome.
Okay, that's also good.
What's
So we're going to
next?
put in the fish.
The fish.
Generous amount.
Yes. We want fish.
Ejakika to be precise.
And will you be needing this?
Iru,
My
low cost
favorite.
beans. This is what my mom or our moms used to season their food back then.
Absolutely.
There was no need for stock cubes, nothing, no additives.
There
This
still
was
actually isn't any need for stock cubes. This is
really
the stuff.
this is what it is.
All
This is
right.
full of taste
Get
and
that in.
flavor.
I love that full octane.
So there you go. The one last flavor and taste bomb here that takes umami from ground to like premium level. Oh yes, dried crayfish.
There you go.
This is a game changer.
Fantastic.
This and Iru gets your food from amateur to professional level.
Tell 'em,
in my own
sister.
opinion.
Tell 'em.
There you go.
Fantastic.
Really flying the music. Okay.
Chef slices onions and pepper and then stir fries the tete leaves with this in palm oil.
The band sounds great. Double penny whistle track.
Here it is, Sonia. My take on earth on a plate. Yamarita, palm oil, crayfish sauce, and sauteed effort tete.
Because this is gorgeous. And I'm
Tasty.
telling you, this tete on top, I'm going to be cooking mine like this. Beautiful.
Delicious.
Just a beautifully translated dish that says Earth 100%.
Let's see what our chef is up to for our final dish, representing fire.
How are you feeling?
Very good.
Fantastic. You should be after that amazing result. Nothing says fire except for this little beauty here. How are you presenting heat?
We're presenting heat in two ways. Ingredients and the actual fire. We're going to flambe. Oh yes, yes, yes. So we're going to do, like I said, a play on crepe Suzette, which is a flambéed base crepe dish. And the blintz, we're going to add in some pepper and ginger for heat from the inside.
Beautiful. I think we need to find a name for this, an original name. Instead of a crepe Suzette, I'm going to call it a crepe.
Zobo.
Fantastic.
I'm going to add in sugar for some sweetness.
Okay, we want
It's dessert. It has to be sweet.
has to be a little sweet. All right. In that goes.
Zest.
In with your zest.
Yep.
Lovely.
Then sugar.
and sugar. Bring that over.
And that should be fine.
Fantastic.
The cream cheese is just going to, bring them all together. The caramel from the burnt sugar, pineapple, and cream cheese. Amazing.
Right. And I see this is rapidly boiling now, isn't it?
Yes, reducing perfectly.
Fantastic. And on that boil. Brilliant.
So now we're making the crepes. Here we have flour, salt, a bit of sugar, and powdered milk. We're going to add an egg, melted margarine, and water.
Really flying the music. Okay.
And now you can just see the beauty of reduction on these two ingredients.
And it's so packed in here.
Because it's very thin, you don't need so much. Spread it out.
Right.
Yes.
Double penny whistle trick. How are you? Oh yeah. Thank you. Yeah, man. Did you
Okay. I'm ready for the excitement of the flambe.
So here we already have the spicy Zobo reduction. We're going to put it into the cup, add the rum, light it up, the flambe part, and transfer all that fire and syrup
Onto
over
that.
the blintz. Yes.
Do I need a fire extinguisher?
No, you don't. I got you.
Okay.
really flying the music? Okay.
Sauce.
Yeah.
The boozy sauce. Love it. You have really done an amazing job here today. I have to tell you that everything that you did showed a part of your character that is beautiful and translated straight into everything that you have made today.
Thank you.
You are truly, truly everything that you described in that beautiful banga and starch and more. I'm so excited about everything you're doing. I loved having you on the program.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for showing us how to cook with the elements. It just goes to show you that anything you want to try, if you think about it and you put passion into it, you can turn out just like Chef Giggles. And there's that famous giggle.
Okay.
Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll see you next time, everybody. Bye-bye.
Food Journey has a new Instagram. It's FOODJERNY @Food Journey. So if you were following us before, please come and follow us here now.
Oh,